Hi everybody, dear students, welcome to science class. In this class, let us learn about water, which is called as life liquid or Jiva Jala. Water is the basis of all fluids in the body of the organisms. Children, can you see here is a globe in the slide? You might have seen this in your classrooms in previous classes. It looks bluish. Maximum surface of this globe is blue in color. You know why? Globe represents the total surface of earth, whereas this blue color represents the water covered on the earth's surface. Generally, water looks in blue color in water bodies. So, globe also looks blue in color. As maximum surface, that means 71% of the earth's surface is covered by water. Importance of water. Children, as we all know, water is very essential for the life of plants and animals. It is the basic need of all living organisms. Organisms have enormous quantity of water in their body. Plants and animals have 70% of water in their body. Actually, first living organism in this earth originated in water itself. Water is very essential for the biological activities of plants and animals. That means activities like digestion, assimilation of food, transportation of nutrients in the body, etc. Here I have listed some importances of water. Let me read one by one. All animals and plants need water to survive. Water allows the body to absorb and assimilate the nutrients. Water is essential for the transportation of nutrients from the soil to other parts of the plants. Plants need water to prepare the food during photosynthesis. Water maintains the body temperature of the human beings and other animals. Water is essential for growing crops, necessary for growing crops. Distribution of water on earth. Children, you can see here in the slide, this green color circle, or which is called pie chart, represents the total quantity of water on the earth, out of which 97% of water is salt water, which is occupied in seas and oceans. 2% of the water is collected in polar regions of the earth, which is in the form of ice, not available for our use. Here you can see one small part, that is only 1% of the water available is fresh water or water which can be used for human activities, agriculture, etc. In the second figure, you can see two circles or two pie charts. In that small one, light blue color circle represents the total fresh water available on the earth. In that, 87% is ice water or collected in polar regions, and 12% is groundwater, and again only 1% is the fresh water available in rivers, lakes, wells, and other small sources of water. Sources of water. There are many different types of sources of water, but rain is the main source of water, which water is purest form of water. Now let us discuss one by one the different sources of water. First one, oceans. As you know, children, large quantity of water is stored here. So oceans are the biggest source of water on the earth. But this water is salt water, which cannot be used for drinking or any other activities. Next sources of water are rivers. Here I have listed some important features of rivers. Let me read one by one. Rain is the main source of river water. River is one of the sources of fresh water. Rivers usually flow towards an ocean or a sea. Rivers are formed from water moving from higher elevation to a lower elevation due to gravity. Rivers are also formed by melted snow from mountains in the cold regions. Important rivers of Karnataka. Here you can see some important rivers of Karnataka. First one is Kaveri, second one Tungabhadra, third one Sharavati, next last one Netravati. Not only these children, so many other rivers are there in Karnataka. For example, Kali river, Krishna, Aghanashini, etc. Next, sources of water is spring or springs. You can see different images in this slide. See, springs are the sources of fresh water. Water that is stored under the earth's crust and comes out due to the pressure through an opening called spring. Rainwater enters the earth through its loose portions, will be collected as underground water, and this comes out in the form of a spring. Wells. A well is a structure created by digging or drilling the earth's crust to a certain depth to obtain underground water. Wells are the sources of fresh water. There are two main types of wells. First one, open well. Second one, tube well, or you can call bore well. Open well is not too deep. Its depth can be seen by making it empty during summer. But tube well is its depth is too long, but it brings out fresh underground water by tubes. Pond is an artificially man-made low-level portion to store water. It can store less quantity of water. Rainwater which drains from high level will reach and will be stored here. Ponds are also the sources of fresh water. Children, you can see here some images how ponds looks. You might have seen some ponds in village areas. Lakes are the other sources of fresh water. Lake is a larger and deeper water body than a pond within the body of a land. Some lakes are very big and do not flow like rivers, but many rivers have flowing into and out of them. Here you can see the images which are the different views of Manasa Lake. These are the another important sources of water. They are reservoirs. Reservoir is a natural or artificial place where water is collected and stored for supplying community agricultural land and to produce electricity, etc. Most of the reservoirs are formed by constructing dams across the rivers. Children, can you see here beautiful images of different reservoirs? Here I have listed some important reservoirs in Karnataka. You can see here first one Harangi Dam, next Kabini Dam, then KRS Dam in Mysore, then Linganamakki Dam, Alamatti Dam, Tungabhadra Dam. Children, here I am giving one simple work for you. You have to find out or get information that which are the rivers against which these dams are constructed. Try to make the list. When I give open test, that also I will give as a question. Now let me discuss some important properties of water. Here I have listed some important properties which are very common properties and you might have observed it. First one, pure water is colorless, odorless and tasteless liquid. Here odorless means there is no any smell for the pure water and no taste also. Second one, water flows from higher level towards lower level. You might have observed this. Water never flow from lower level to higher level itself. If necessary, we have to use pump and we have to lift it up. Then third one, water evaporates when it boils. If you keep a few quantity of water in a vessel and put it on the gas stove, start heating, after boiling, after few minutes you can observe quantity of water will be less. That means it evaporated and water quantity is less. Then fourth one, water takes the shape of the container. As water is a liquid, it does not have its own shape. In which container or vessel we keep water, it takes that shape. For example, different shapes of water bottles you might have seen. that water takes the shape of that bottle. Then last one, water has weight. As water also a matter, it has weight. Water pollution. Dear students, this is a very common topic nowadays to discuss. I think you heard it in your previous class also. Then what is this? Let me recall it once again. Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies, usually as a result of human activities. There are two types of water pollution. Physical water pollution. Pollution caused by color change or suspended solids, foaming, temperature conditions, by mixing with mud, garbage, paper, food residues, etc. These are some solid or physical changes. So, this is called physical water pollution. And this kind of water pollution is not too harm, but not good also. Then second one, chemical water pollution. Pollution caused when water is mixed with industrial chemicals, chemical fertilizers and insecticides which are having dangerous components turns the water poisonous. This chemical water pollution is too dangerous and harmful to living beings. Children, you can see in your textbook different images related to water pollution, how water pollution is caused. Some physical methods like washing vehicles, animals, washing clothes in the water bodies, and also leaving chemical waste by the factories to the water sources. In this slide, you can see some images showing water pollution. In the first row, there are some examples for physical pollution. Here water is mixed with wastes like paper, plastic, wastes of food residues, etc. And you see children how water became dirty by mixing so many unwanted things. In second row you can see in the first image waste is coming from some chemical industries like paint industry or some industries of different oils or any chemicals, chemical fertilizers, different images you can see children. These are the examples of chemical water pollution. Effects of water pollution. Here I have listed some important effects only. Drinking of polluted water may cause the diseases like cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, hepatitis, etc. Sometimes it also may lead to the death. That means by drinking this polluted water, it may cause different kinds of diseases. Second point is it severely affects the aquatic life. Aquatic life means living organisms living in the water sources. For them, it is very difficult to live in polluted water. And also by using polluted water for other activities like washing clothes, by bathing in such waters, it may cause skin allergy or different types of skin diseases also. Here are few preventive measures of water pollution. First one, avoid drinking polluted water and drink only potable water. Potable water means water which is fit for drinking. Fit for drinking means it should not be polluted, and even while drinking water we have to drink only boiled water or filtered water. Avoid washing vehicles, clothes, animals in or near the water bodies. These activities should be controlled. Then reduce the use of plastics, reuse and recycle. Because maintaining the plastic waste is very difficult nowadays. So, because wherever we have to throw or we have to burn it, but by burning it causes air pollution. If we throw it to water bodies, it causes water pollution. If we simply throw on the earth, it damages the quality or fertility of the soil also. So, better reduce the use of plastics and reuse and recycle. Wherever possible, we have to use the same plastics again and again, and some recycle processes are there. It can be used for recycle. Proper disposal of chemical wastes. That means chemical waste from the factories should not send to the water bodies. They have to arrange some other arrangements to send that unwanted waste to the surfaces, like far away from the residential areas, or that waste liquids also should be purified or recycled and can be used for other works like gardening or washing, etc. Children, you can try to get more solutions for water pollution, and also read lesson in the textbook. Whole lesson you have to read and understand. By this I will conclude the lesson. Save water, protect it from pollution, save life. Thank you for watching.